Prove the following. Prove the following. First one. Limit minus 1 to the power of n by n is equal to 0. Discussion. For each epsilon greater than 0, we need to determine how large small n has to be to imply we have to get modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n minus 0 is less than epsilon. This implies modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n is less than epsilon. This implies modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n. Since n is positive, I can write modulus of n is n. Now, if n is odd, here we will get minus 1. If n is even, we will get 1. In both the cases, modulus of that value we will get 1. 1 by n is less than epsilon. This implies 1 by epsilon is less than n. Therefore, we see n greater than 1 by epsilon implies modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n minus 0 is less than epsilon. This suggests us to take capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon. Now, formal proof. Let epsilon greater than 0 and capital N, what we have discussed just now, capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon. Then small n greater than capital N imply small n is greater than 1 by epsilon. This one I can write as cross multiply epsilon is greater than 1 by n. Epsilon is greater than 1 by n. Now, consider modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n minus 0. This one I can write as modulus of minus 1 to the power of n by n. This is nothing but 1 by n. Therefore, 1 by n is less than epsilon. Just now we got, therefore, limit minus 1 to the power of n by n is equal to 0. Now, second one. Limit 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to 0. Discussion. For each epsilon greater than 0, we need to determine how large small n has to be to imply that modulus of 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 minus 0 is less than epsilon. That is, modulus of 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 is less than epsilon. If I take n as any natural number, this one is always positive. Therefore, modulus of positive is always positive. So, I am going to remove the absolute symbol, which is less than epsilon. Cross multiply 1 by epsilon is less than n to the power of 1 by 3. Cubic on both sides, 1 by epsilon cube is less than n. Therefore, we see if n is greater than 1 by epsilon cube implies modulus of 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 minus 0 is less than epsilon. This suggests us to take capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon cube as per the definition. Now we will do a formal proof. Now we will do a formal proof. Formal proof. Let epsilon greater than 0 and capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon cube. Then small n greater than capital N implies small n is greater than what is capital N? 1 by epsilon cube. Cross multiply, epsilon cube is greater than 1 by n. This implies epsilon is greater than 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3. Since 1 by n to the power of 3 is positive, this one I can write as 1 by n to the power of 3 minus 0. Therefore, n greater than capital N implies modulus of 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 minus 0 is less than epsilon. Therefore, limit 1 by n to the power of 1 by 3 is 0 as per the definition. Now similarly do this one as a homework. Prove that limit 2n minus 1 by 3n plus 2 is equal to 2 by 3. Fourth one, limit n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is equal to 0. Discussion. For each epsilon greater than 0, we need to determine how large small n has to be to imply modulus of n plus 6 by n square minus 6 minus 0 is less than epsilon. That is, modulus of n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is less than epsilon. Now numerator is always positive for all n, but the denominator, if I take n is equal to 1, it becomes negative. If I take n is equal to 2, the denominator becomes again negative. If I take n is equal to 3, then the denominator will also become positive. So we assume n is strictly greater than 2. I can't take 1, I can't take 2. If I take 1 or 2, will become absolute value become negative. If I take any n greater than 2, so that absolute value can be dropped. That is, we want n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is less than epsilon for n is greater than 2. Now directly I can't get a relation n is greater than some number and I can say this one is the capital N, because here it is n plus 6 and here n square minus 6. So I am going to take between these two, I am going to take one element which is clearly which is easy to us to simplify. Now I am taking the numerator part, that is n plus 6. N plus 6 I can write less than or equal to 7n for all n. If I take n is equal to 1, this one is equal. N is equal to 2, this one is strictly greater. N is equal to 3, this one is strictly greater, so on. Now let us take the denominator. N square minus 6. Since it is in the denominator, I am taking its lower bound. I am not taking its upper bound. This one. Now, since I took numerator in terms of n, in the denominator I am going to take in terms of n square. So let us take greater than or equal to n square by 2. Now this will be, if I take n is equal to 1, here I will get negative, here positive. If I take n is equal to 1, fails. N is equal to 2, fails. If I take n is equal to 3, 9 minus 6, 3 is greater than or equal to 4.5, again fails. If I take n is equal to 4, it will satisfy. 16 minus 6, 10, 16 by 2, 8. If I take any n value which is greater than 3, it will satisfy. So here, for all those n's which are greater than 3. Now, if I cross multiply, this one becomes 2 by n square is greater than or equal to 1 by n square minus 6. That is 1 by n square minus 6 is less than or equal to 2 by n square for all those n's which are greater than 3. Now consider this one. Then n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is less than or equal to, n plus 6 is less than or equal to 7n, and this one 1 by n square minus 6 is less than or equal to 2 by n square, 2 by n square, which is equal to 14n by n square. Let us take this one which is greater than or equal to, this one is greater than or equal to, less than or equal to this one. Now I am consider this one is less than epsilon. This becomes easy to find this capital N. N and N get cancelled. 14 by N is less than epsilon. 14 by epsilon is less than N. Therefore, this suggests us to take capital N as maximum of capital N can't become 2. I can't take 1, I can't take 2, here I can't take 3. So maximum of 3 comma 14 by epsilon. 14 by epsilon. Now formal proof. Now formal proof. Let epsilon is greater than 0 and capital N is equal to maximum of 3 comma 14 by epsilon. 3 comma 14 by epsilon. Then small n greater than capital N implies small n is greater than, now I don't know whether capital N is maximum of these two, maybe 3, maybe this one, it is depend on epsilon. If I take 14 by epsilon, from this step I will get that 14 by n is less than epsilon. Now I am going to again do the cross multiply, just I am repeating this statement. From this one I wrote this one, from this one again I am writing this one, 14n by n square. 14n by n square is less than epsilon. This one I can write as, again from this step I am writing this one, that is 2 into 7n by n square is less than epsilon. Since small n is also greater than 3, because I can take capital N value. Since n is the maximum, then n is n is bigger than 3 as well as bigger than this one. First I took n is bigger than this one, 14 by epsilon. Now I am going to take n is greater than 3. If n is greater than 3 implies, if n is greater than 3 implies I can use this one and this one. That is, implies we will get n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is less than or equal to 7n by n square by 2. That is nothing but 2 into 7n by n square, which is less than epsilon. Hence, modulus of n plus 6 by n square minus 6 minus 0 is less than epsilon. Therefore, limit n plus 6 by n square minus 6 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Now, next problem. Determine the limits of the following sequences and then prove your claims. First we have to determine what is the limit of the sequence, and then whatever the limit you are saying we have to prove. In the above problem, directly we are proving, directly they are given what is the limit of the sequence and directly we are proving. But here first we have to determine the limit and then we have to prove. So first one, the sequence an is equal to n by n square plus 1. Solution: an is equal to n by n square plus 1. From the denominator I am going to take n square common. It will become 1 plus 1 by n square. N get cancelled. It will become 1 by n into 1 by 1 plus 1 by n square. Note that this value 1 by n and this value and 1 by n square are very small for large n. If I take a bigger value n, this one becomes very small, it becomes 0. This one becomes 0, this one becomes 0. 0 into 1 by 1 plus 0. 1 by 1 plus 0 is 1 by 1. 1 by 1, that is 1. 1 into 0 is 0. Therefore, then it seems that limit of an is equal to 0. This is, we have just now determined the limit of the sequence is 0. Now we have to prove. First, discussion. For each epsilon greater than 0, we need to determine how large n has to be to imply that modulus of an n by n square plus 1 minus, and what we are saying, the limit value is less than epsilon. That is, modulus of this one minus 0, again we will get the same thing. For all values of n, numerator is positive, denominator is positive, means this term is total positive. I can remove the absolute symbol. It will become n by n square plus 1 is less than epsilon. Now I have to get a small n greater than some value. so that I can suggest this one is capital N. This one should not contain small n. Now in any way we will get this one, so I am going to take between this one and this one, I am going to consider a term, numerator is multiple of n, denominator is multiple of n square. So how I can say, since n square plus 1 it is in the denominator, so I am going to take its lower bound. So what you will get, this one is greater than n square for all n. Now cross multiply, 1 by n square is greater than 1 by n square plus 1 for all n. Now multiplying both sides with n by n square is greater than 1 by n square plus 1 for all n. Now consider then n by n square plus 1 is less than n by n square, and consider now this one is less than epsilon. So what you will get, n by n square is less than epsilon, this implies 1 by n is less than epsilon, this implies 1 by epsilon is less than n. So this suggests us to take capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon. Formal proof. Let epsilon greater than 0 and capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon. Then small n greater than capital N implies small n greater than 1 by epsilon. Capital N value is this one. Cross multiply, I wrote this one, now I am writing this one. Epsilon is greater than 1 by n. Now I am writing this step. Epsilon is greater than 1 by n square. Since n by n square is greater than n by n square plus 1, therefore n greater than capital N implies n by n square plus 1 is less than epsilon. This one is less than this one. This one I can write as modulus of n by n square plus 1 minus 0 is less than epsilon, because this one is positive. Therefore limit n by n square plus 1 is equal to 0. Now next problem. Second one, Bn is equal to 7n minus 19 by 3n plus 7. Solution. Bn, I am going to take n common in the numerator. 7 minus 19 by n common in the denominator, 3 plus 7 by n get cancelled. 7 minus 19 by n by 3 plus 7 by n. Note that this term and this term, 19 by n and 7 by n, are very small for large n. So this one and this one becomes 0. Then thus limit of Bn is equal to 7 minus 0 by 3 plus 0, that is 7 by 3. Discussion. This is our just now we have determined. Now whatever we are claiming, we are going to prove now. First we'll discuss for each epsilon greater than 0, we have to determine how large small n has to be to imply modulus of 7n minus 19 by 3n plus 7 minus whatever the limit we are writing 7 by 3 is less than epsilon. This implies LCM 21n minus 19 3 is 57 minus 21n minus 49 by 3 into 3n plus 7 is less than epsilon. This one and this one get cancelled. Modulus of minus 57 plus 49 is 106 by 3 into 3n plus 7 less than epsilon. 3 is positive, 3n plus 1 is positive for all n. This one is positive, but here we have negative. Modulus of negative becomes positive, that is 106 by 3 into 3n plus 7 is less than epsilon. Now send all the terms one side. Now this one I can write as 106 by epsilon is less than 3n plus 7. Now sending 7 to the left hand side, 106 by epsilon minus 7 is less than 3n. Now divide with 3, 106 by 3 epsilon minus 7 by 3 is less than n. So this suggests us to take capital N is equal to 106 by 3 epsilon minus 7 by 3. So now formal proof. Let epsilon greater than 0 and capital N is equal to 106 by 3 epsilon minus 7 by 3. Then small n greater than capital N implies small n greater than 106 by 3 epsilon minus 7 by 3. I got this step. Now from this one I am going to write this one. Take 3 common in the denominator, send it to right hand side. We will get 3n is greater than 106 by epsilon minus 7. Send now this step. 3n plus 7 is greater than 106 plus epsilon. This one I can write as epsilon is greater than 106 by 3n plus 7. 3n plus 7. Now here it is 3 also. I left the 3 here. This is 9 then. 9. So cross multiply, here we will get 3. This one I can write as epsilon greater than modulus of 106 by 3 into 3n plus 7. Now therefore when I simplified this one, I got this one. Again I can write this step. This implies modulus of 7n minus 19 by 3n plus 7 minus 7 by 3 is less than epsilon. Therefore limit 7n minus 19 by 3n plus 7 is equal to 7 by 3. Similarly do this one as a homework. The third one, Cn is equal to 4n plus 3 by 7n minus 5. 7n minus 5. Next, fourth one, dn is equal to 2n plus 4 by 5n plus 2. Homework. And the fifth one, Sn is equal to 1 by n sin n. This one I will do. Solution. Note that 1 by n is very small for large n. So directly this one becomes 0. Now whatever we are claiming here, this one I am going to prove. Before proving, let us discuss. For each epsilon greater than 0, we have to determine how large small n has to be to imply modulus of 1 by n sin n minus 0 is less than epsilon. This is nothing but modulus of 1 by n sin n is less than epsilon. This one, modulus of 1 by n, modulus of AB can be written as modulus of A into modulus of B less than epsilon. Now, since modulus of sin n is always less than or equal to 1, we know that sin value always lies between minus 1 and 1. So this value is less than or equal to 1 by n less than epsilon. Modulus of 1 by n is 1 by n. This value is less than or equal to 1. Cross multiply 1 by epsilon is less than n. So this suggests us to take 1 by epsilon capital N as 1 by epsilon. Formal proof. Let epsilon greater than 0 and capital N is equal to 1 by epsilon. Then small n greater than capital N implies small n is greater than 1 by epsilon. Cross multiply, epsilon is greater than 1 by n. Since modulus of sin n is less than or equal to 1, then this one can be written as modulus of 1 by n sin n is less than epsilon. Therefore, limit 1 by n sin n is equal to 0.